What's up, good people? Welcome to another episode of Sports Talk with Caleb and Jay. I'm one of your hosts, Caleb,
And I'm the other host, Jay.
and this is episode 5. So we finna get straight into it. Brother Law, you want to go ahead and start
Yes,
off your
sir.
topic?
My topic that I'm gonna bring you, good folks, today is: do you think Shedeur got robbed by being taken in the 5th round, or do you think that was justified? That's my question.
I being what I have seen from the past from the NFL draft, I do think he got robbed. Y'all have if I don't know what was a red flag to y'all. I know people have been saying like he did an interview and wasn't prepared, and I guess didn't do a good interview. But I mean, it's intimidating, right? Like interviews are intimidating,
They are.
and I done had bad interviews, because
So have I.
especially being in the field that I'm in, you go in for an interview, you got 5 people staring at you.
But really,
Yeah.
do you have that as a excuse when your daddy is the fucking GOAT? Do
I
you
do.
have that as an excuse because your dad know what goes on in these interviews? He knows what goes on in these
Right.
rooms. So do you really have that as an excuse?
I believe so. I believe because you can have all the preparation in the world until you come face to face with that situation.
True.
And I think that, maybe if he did interview bad or whatever, wasn't prepared for the interview, you still have some level of jitterness. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it, like I said, it could be intimidating. And the league has drafted, he has no criminal record. He ain't done nothing throughout his college career to make you say, he ain't been in the news about nothing.
No.
So I feel like, yeah, that was wrong for him to slide that far in the draft.
Okay. My now my opinion is not a popular one, so I'm ready for the kickback I get off of this. But my opinion is justified to take him in the 5th round. If you look at his body of work in college, he started out at Jackson State.
Right.
They really don't play nobody for the level of competition they play. Okay, that's it doesn't compare to Division One. Okay, take his body of work over at Colorado. Who he beat? Who did he beat? That was worthy. What team did he beat? You know what I mean? You really
Right.
have not beat a top 5, top 10. I'll say a top 5 team. When y'all who was that he played Texas A&M? I think that they did Texas A&M lose that game or something. But if you look at Texas A&M the rest of the year, they was garbage. So you really haven't proven yourself to be a number 1 pick. Now that's just my opinion. When I see the number 1 pick, just like I knew Cam Ward last year was going to be a number 1 pick.
Right.
I knew that coming out based off of his time he spent at Washington and at Miami. Right.
Right.
I knew he would be I had the feeling that he would be a first round pick.
Right.
Jaden Daniels had the same feeling about him. You know what I mean? That he was worthy. Those quarterbacks are worthy. Now, when you stack up what they've done in college, and you put that beside Shedeur, what he's done in college, it doesn't weigh the same. It doesn't weigh the same to me.
Yeah, I feel you on that, and I think that now, as far as his talent, now I can kind of put out there that, of course, being who his dad is, that's a aspect of him also getting drafted.
Right.
I think he has the talent. Now I get your schedule, it could be weak, but it's how you handle those teams. Are you blowing them out? Are you barely winning?
A lot of cases he was just barely winning. He has a few games where he blew the competition out, but it wasn't many. I feel like the media overhyped him. Honestly, his potential was there. I see the potential, but he hasn't arrived at his potential yet to be able to consider himself a first round draft pick. I don't think he
You
was.
don't think so?
No way in hell do I think he's a first round draft pick.
So you saying not even first round at all? Like
no,
so you saying
not right now.
Not out of not top 5, but the whole first round.
I think he could be potential. He could some team probably would have took a chance on him in the first round. I know I wouldn't. If I was the owner, I would not take a chance on him in the first round because I don't see the talent. I mean, I don't see the production there. Because the talent is clearly there, but the production ain't there. Because you like everything about him, right? I like his pocket presence. I like how he operated in the pocket. Like how he doesn't. And I think that could be a good thing with him not running a lot, right? That could be a good and a bad thing. You know what I mean? But I just like that him being a pocket passer and not the typical scrambler. You know what I mean?
Right.
But as far as him being the best quarterback in the draft.
Oh no, I definitely don't think he was the best quarterback.
No.
Now, do you think that part of that maybe because of the O line he had? Because he didn't have a good O line.
He didn't, but you can't make that excuse because hell, Detroit ain't had an O line and the God knows when until they build him one. So I mean, I can't say because I don't know what he would look like behind I can imagine what he would look like. You know what I mean? He got all the time in the world to make these passes. Maybe that was the problem.
Yeah. Honestly, it's hard to say. Because what I have seen from quarterbacks is some quarterbacks are made to look good because of who their team is, like who they have on their team. Like you had the best wide receiver / like,
and you could just throw it up there.
And you could just
Kevin Benjamin. You see what happened with Kevin Benjamin. Jameis just could throw that bitch up
and it makes the quarterback look good. It makes the quarterback look like they can do amazing things.
Agreed.
And versus on the other hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he had quite a few, picks, but that's gonna happen when you throwing the ball more than you running it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's hard to say, man. I do.
Do you think he would be a first round draft pick? He should have been.
I think he should have been. He should have been. I think he's the type of quarterback that you take first round. Maybe there's still some development. Now whether or not he go top 5, that's a different story. But I do think still first round he should have went.
I don't. And now maybe the 5th round is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect him to fall to the 5th round, maybe the 3rd round or so.
Right.
He's better. He's definitely better than the round he got drafted in.
Oh yeah.
I can say that. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's better than the round he got drafted. I wouldn't have never thought first 2 rounds, maybe 3rd round. I was thinking possibly 4th, but nowhere in the hell did I think he'll slide to round 5.
Now the test with Shedeur is going to be not being coached by your dad.
Right.
That's the real test. How you going to do without your dad by your side?
Correct. And maybe the owners and the GM seen that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Seen something like maybe this kid ain't gonna be able to be privileged as he is when he's with his dad. You know what I mean? So maybe that was a red flag. I don't know what the red flag was to make the team stay away from.
Yeah, I guarantee you that was the red flag. You know, him being flashy, your dad prime time, and you come in with that same mentality. You know what I mean? Because your dad had to work to get there. You know what I'm saying? But you already coming in kind of hot headed. You know what I'm saying? Jury everywhere. You know, Lil Wayne showing up to your games like it that brings a spotlight to you that maybe they was kind of trying to stay away from.
Prime dealt with the same thing at Florida State. Now he came in, he made his rap. Him and Odell Higgins made their rap song and all that stuff. You know what I mean? He was coming to jury with damn big chunks on his neck. You know what I mean? He was coming showing up in limos, all type of stuff. So Prime was flashy as hell.
Right.
Too. So that by nature, his son's gonna be. You know what I mean? I kind of expected that to be from his sons, but
you don't draft it worse. You don't draft it worse when it comes to that aspect. You don't draft it. People with records.
That's true.
But
then you didn't draft people that should have been drafted with records, right?
Exactly.
Because I could go back to that kid that played on Florida State as a wide receiver. What was his name? Travis Rudolph. You remember how Travis Rudolph got railroaded? You know, they did some chick. I don't know if you know the story, but the chick accused him of something, or she tried to send her brother in the house to rob him or something, and he ended up
I remember that.
Shooting the dude and killing the dude, and
but I thought He didn't get drafted, but he signed, right? Undrafted.
No,
He didn't go at all.
no. I
Oh
want to say,
man.
yeah. I don't think he went at all because of that open case.
Okay.
But then when they 2-3 years later, after they got down to the bottom of it, and he went to trial and won the trial, now it's too late for. Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
too
want to say
late.
too late, but it's harder for you to go in the league at
Right.
this point because you've been
Right.
away from the game 2 and 3 years, and
Right.
who said that you was even staying in shape? You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But so that's why I say it sometimes they get it right, sometimes they get it wrong.
Right.
Like with that situation right there,
Yeah.
they got it wrong. I
Yeah.
feel like that you should let these guys go until they got a guilty verdict in hand. You know what I mean? Let these
Right.
guys play.
Right.
Until you see that guilty verdict, or you know
Right.
what I mean, let
And
them play.
honestly, that's in every area of,
Yep,
you know what I'm saying, and getting off topic a little bit, you got, look at Jonathan Majors, who they dropped him from everything, not even knowing what people were saying was even true.
correct, correct.
So yeah, that's something that they have to stop
Get right.
doing. You
They
know
got
what I
to get it
mean?
right.
Is people are innocent to proven guilty.
Correct, but
You
they
know,
do it guilty until proven innocent.
exactly,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah,
And you mess up a lot of kids' future, their
right,
careers. You
right,
mess up a lot of things. You take away a lot of opportunity from these kids when you do that. So
right. Yeah,
not saying you should take your chance and go draft somebody you know that's going to be found guilty of this charge or whatever the
exactly,
charge may be. You know what I mean?
exactly.
But do your due diligence on it at least
Right.
before you make the
Do your
decision.
research
Not
and all that stuff
yeah,
before you,
before
don't
you
just
make the
be,
decision not to draft this person
don't
based off of what's being said.
yeah, don't just, as soon as an accusation coming up, oh, we got to let him go.
Right. You see
You
what
know.
happened with that kid when they killed himself. The same damn
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kyron Lacey.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing that happened with him. You know what I mean? Um whether he did it or not, whether he was in the right or the dude was in the wrong, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know the story about it, but I just
Right.
know he ended up offing himself because of you know what I mean, because of everything he was going through. The NFL didn't draft him. You know what I
Right.
mean? He had to spend his whole life working up to that point to
Mm-hmm.
get drafted, all to have that snatched away
Snatched
from him,
away.
man.
Yeah.
Like that's a heartbreaker. And
It
you see
is.
it
It
with him
is.
taking his damn life, you know what I mean?
Right.
And nobody is to blame for that. I firmly believe the NFL should be held responsible for that, bro. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Because you didn't know if that was the truth. You know what I mean? Did you do your due diligence and even checking it out to see if it was true?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I know in some cases where suicide, you know, you have to look at like bullies. Like, yeah, the bullies may not be directly like res- responsible,
Right.
but you know, somebody get bullied and then the kid go home and, you know,
And do
commit.
something. That bully
Right,
is
that
responsible.
bully is responsible.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean? Especially if someone, if that person has you know, said something, and you know, people, you
right.
know, these schools, you know, don't really do nothing about it.
Right. Right.
You know what
Right.
I
Right.
mean? But if that person them said something to people or adults and nothing's happened, they're responsible too.
I agree. I
Yeah.
definitely agree. Hey Caleb, I almost forgot about this before we move on, y'all. We just want to just take some time, you know, just to pay our respect for the victims of the school shootings, North Carolina
Yes.
and Florida State. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just want to, you know, show our
Yeah,
respect
man.
for that senseless shooting like that.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
the
We
world
should
is,
never ever come to that point to where we try to where we have to go to our universities and our schools.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
To take people's lives. That's
It's senseless, and it's crazy. The
it
world is
is.
just, the world is going to a place, man, and I don't
Talk to
even really know what to
somebody.
say. Yeah.
Reach out to somebody if you need help. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're having issues with suicide, get mental health counseling. Reach out to
Right.
somebody. So
Right.
you know what I mean. You don't get in a crisis and end up being that person that
Yeah.
go take the life of somebody else.
Did you see the latest one today? Where some guy drove into it was like an after school thing. Drove
Wow.
into the building, killed like 3 kids and injured some other
No.
ones. Yeah.
Oh wow. See,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
we need to put a
not
stop to this. This
right.
has to stop. This is un-American. Like what's going on in our country. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's I remember a time where, you know, I I have never seen so much hate. I now in that situation,
Yeah,
from what I've seen, I don't know if it was an accident or done on purpose. It sounded like they were saying that it was like an intentional thing, like he intentionally drove, but I'm not sure. But still, like it's so much hate going on, and
it is.
it's we got to stop, man. We all got to coexist and
We
love
got
it.
to.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got to love me, but we have to coexist. You know what
And
I'm
we got to
saying?
get along. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially for our kids, for their
Right.
sake. You know what I mean?
Right.
We don't. We're not teaching hate to our kids,
Right.
and we're taught to love thy neighbor.
Exactly.
In our household, you know what I mean.
Exactly.
That's what we push. We don't push hate. So
Yeah, we don't push hate over here.
and
Yeah,
I
we
don't know
love.
who. I don't know who said it, but I heard somebody say that the only way to beat hate is with love. So you know
That's
what I
it.
mean.
That's it.
All
No.
right, just
So yeah,
no.
we gonna kind of move on with that stuff and
Yep,
get
yep,
heavy,
yep,
man.
yep, yep.
So let's talk playoffs.
Oh, before even that, man, what's going
Mhm.
on with Stephen Curry and what's your boy that we got into it
Brooks,
last night? Yeah, Dylan Brooks. What's
man,
going on with that?
Dylan Brooks getting into it with everybody, man.
That
I
is
him and Jimmy
that's
Butler,
yep,
him
that's
like
true.
is I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about Dylan. Um, I this is something he doing. You can't even blame it on the playoffs and trying to be getting into people's heads. Like he does this
Correct.
on the regular. So I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a distraction from his talent,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know,
Or if it's
or
game plan,
if it's
it
game
could be
plan. You get
game
what I'm saying?
plan.
It
You know
could
what I
be game
mean?
plan. You know what I'm
Just to
saying?
try
Because
to get Steph out his game. You know what I
exactly,
mean? You got
exactly.
some players that you remember how back in the day when I say back in the day, but it probably been like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when Stevenson was blowing in LeBron ear?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
was
yeah.
it Stevenson? What was
It
his
was
dog?
Lance Stevens, Lance
Lance
Stevenson.
Stevens,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
was
It
blowing
blowing
in.
in.
So
Yeah.
they do weird stuff like that, man. Like
But he honestly, man, that type of I don't know, man. I feel like he's going too far, and a lot of people don't like it for it. Like even Jimmy
agreed.
Butler, when he was asked about it in his interview, like a lot of people thought that it was like like them two having fun with each other. But he was like, no, I don't
Right.
like that guy. It's nothing fun about it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Oh
I
wow.
mean, it's getting under people's skin.
Yeah.
And honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like some probably need to be done about it. You know what I mean? Like is one guy or it's just him all the time. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like yeah.
agreed. And he remind me of that dude that the Celtics had a long time, not a long time ago, a few years back. What it was, Marcus Smart. Was it Smart that
Mark
was always getting into it with somebody? It was either him or I want to say it was Marcus Smart, but that's what he remind me of.
yeah.
Some always got it, him or either Draymond Green.
Yeah, Draymond
That
Green,
Joker
yeah.
right there, he's always into it with somebody.
Draymond Green he gonna do something to somebody regardless, man. It's
Agreed. Agreed.
now I can say some of his stuff it seemed accidental at first, but then he adds to it.
Right.
And that's the
Of
problem.
course he
You know what I
is.
mean?
Of course he gonna add to it. Yeah,
Right.
he gonna try to
Yeah.
if you let him know you, he's probably like I used to be, man. If you let me know I'm getting up under your skin, bro, I'm finna dig in a little
Right.
bit deeper.
Right.
I'm gonna dig in because you can't give me that inch because I'm gonna take a mile.
Yeah.
And that's probably how Dylan is.
Yeah. So yeah,
If
let's these playoffs, man. Of course, you know the teams that we thought was gonna get swept got swept. Uh, the Grizzlies got put out.
Yep.
They had a chance to win one game,
Yep.
but then of course,
Yep.
what you call it got hurt, and that ruined their chance.
Dame was supposed to get them boys what they needed. Dame and goddamn and
Sometimes it don't
Giannis
work
ain't
like that, man.
coexist. What?
Sometimes a move that you think is going to benefit you will hurt you.
Yeah, like I better said it. It looks better on paper than what it is in
Right,
real life.
right,
Yep.
right.
Yep. Yep.
I think that it's going if they do click it, I think it's going to take some time. We all know right
They
off.
gonna have to. They're gonna have to add that third piece, that
Yeah,
third wheel, that
yeah, that
third
third,
leg in
yeah,
order to make it
yeah.
happen.
And
And right
he out
now,
anyway, right? Because of
yeah,
the injury. So
I thought Middleton was they had them traded him.
Middleton, I'm not sure. I ain't heard nothing about it. Is he still?
Okay. I thought Chris Middleton got traded in like the middle of the season, but I may be wrong.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard nothing about it.
Hold on,
Yeah,
I got you.
but yeah, while you pulling that up, man, I got to get these Lakers off my chest.
Go ahead.
These Lakers on my chest. We're gonna start with Game 3. Luka come in talking about he got a stomach virus. Now, my question, I'm gonna ask you this question: do you think with Luka having the stomach virus and he underperforms, right? He's not scoring, he's not creating offense, he's not playing defense because he left plenty of people wide open hitting threes.
Mm-hmm.
At some point during the game, do you as if you was a head coach, do you say, okay, look, Luka, well, I'm gonna sit you down for a minute and see how somebody else does, somebody who can probably create more offense, probably not as good of as a scorer as you, but right now you're not. I feel like he
You
was
giving my team the spark we need.
right, right. So do you say, okay? I get if you lose, right? You want to lose with
Mm-hmm.
your best players on the team. I
Right.
mean, on the court.
That's right.
But at some point, do you trust your other? You have to trust your other guys to know that somebody else can step up.
Right. And as a head coach, that's your job to know when your
Right,
stars are struggling and
right,
to, you know what I mean,
right,
to bring somebody in to give them a break, and maybe that's what they need. You know what I mean?
right,
Bring somebody else in and see if that person can give them a spark. Yeah,
right.
I totally agree with
Yeah,
that.
and Luka just he 17 points, 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't doing nothing defensively. Obviously, offense he wasn't doing nothing. The Lakers only scored 26 points in the paint.
Yep.
I mean, when you got the Timberwolves, who was like what 52 points in the paint, I guess.
Correct.
Um,
Correct.
like y'all just wasn't playing good. I mean, LeBron gave you 38, which is good, but we all know that you can't do it by yourself. You was brought there for a reason. I feel like that was on JJ Redick for not. I feel like he should have been put out. You know what I mean? If you're gonna lose regardless,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You're gonna
Yeah,
lose
yeah, yeah.
regardless.
Right.
Give somebody else an opportunity to try to do something.
I definitely agree with that. I
Yeah,
definitely agree. I definitely agree.
yeah.
Yep.
Now game 4. Game 4, the Lakers play an all around better game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, of course, you see the Timberwolves. They came out physical. Real
Mm-hmm.
physical.
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man was doing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Luka had I forget his name, but Luka was. I mean, he still put up. He apparently he was feeling better. He still put up 30-some points. LeBron gave you
Yep.
27.
Yep.
Um, I think that game came down to two things. I think it came down to coaching,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the refs probably let a little bit too much go on one side than the other side. Um, Now, granted, the Lakers shouldn't have been put in that position. They
Right.
they should have been up from the start. But it is what it is. Sometimes refs make bad calls and it costs you the game. I feel like that's what happened. And you had a couple plays. For one, Luka got tripped on running the ball up court. They didn't call that.
Right.
Um, Ant-Man slipped. LeBron hit the ball out of his hand. The ball went out of bounds on Ant-Man. They called that a foul.
Mm.
Um, LeBron said in the press conference, it's taught that the hand is part of the ball, which is true. He hit his hand. He hit his hand hitting the ball out. But like he said, the hand's part of the ball. Why was that? Why was that? Because and then um the initial call on that was out of bounds on the Timberwolves.
Mm.
So the Lakers used the timeout. And then when they reviewed it, instead of giving the Lakers their timeout back, because the original call was out of bounds on Timberwolves, so they called a timeout. So when they reviewed it and they reversed it to they upgraded to a foul, they didn't give the Lakers their timeout back,
Which they should have.
which they should have. So you
Yes.
got that. Now the Lakers ain't got no timeout. That plus LeBron get elbowed in the back of the head. They don't look at that. So it's a lot of, and I get it's the playoffs, and I get, refs are going to let certain stuff slide, but how much are you going to let slide?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Where's the line at? Where's
Right.
you drawing the line at?
Right. Like clearly Ant-Man was over aggressive. He pushing LeBron and all that stuff when LeBron ain't even got the ball in his hand. And so me personally, I mean, I don't know if you watched it, how you feel about it, but I think that's what caused them to lose the game. So now
I didn't get a chance to watch much basketball this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It was my wife's reunion, their mega reunion for their class.
So right. You did mention that, yeah. So I mean, but like if you look on paper, and people say turnovers, the Lakers only had 10 turnovers. The Timberwolves had 9. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like, both teams kind of neck and neck, but if you look at the stats, the Lakers outplayed them.
Facts. So Chris Middleton did get traded.
Okay.
He did get traded.
Okay.
The Washington Wizards, yeah.
Okay.
So they need that third piece up there.
Yeah, they do. That's what they lacking. Mm-hmm. Yep. But so now we got to hopefully can witness greatness once again and watch LeBron come back from 3-1.
It's not gonna happen.
You don't think so? This LeBron, he done did it one time.
He won't do it again.
What makes you so sure he won't do it again? Besides the over physicality from the Timberwolves, man, Ant-Man, I hate him.
Hey, Ant-Man is a dog, though. That boy's a dog. I love it. That nigga is a dog, bro.
I be like, ain't no way he making that stuff and it end up going in. But
that nigga's a dog, man. I like him.
I like him, but I hate him at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. I like his game though.
I honestly, once LeBron step off that court, I can confidently say like the league is going to him. I don't see.
You think it's going to Ant-Man over Luka?
Yeah.
Luka. You think it's going to him over Steph?
Steph on his way out too. Steph ain't got long either. I get
another 5 years.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like it probably is gonna go to Steph.
Yeah.
Once LeBron step off the court, but
yeah.
I see Ant-Man coming up
over everybody. Yeah, he's the up and comer for sure.
Yeah, I take him over everybody else.
I agree.
I ain't seen nothing like him since LeBron first came into the league.
I agree. I don't know, boy. Cleveland got some dogs over there too, though, boy.
Yeah, they
Cleveland got some dogs. I forgot about them, boy. What's that boy Halliburton? I don't know if that's who he played.
Yeah.
Hold on. But yeah, them boys got some
now
dogs
you know somebody else that can do great if either he stay and can get some more guys or he goes somewhere else. It's Cunningham from the Pistons.
Oh yeah. Oh, that boy there. He's They got him out of Duke, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he's
he can ball, man.
Yeah, he can ball.
Yeah.
Was it Cade Cunningham?
Cade Cunningham. Yep.
He definitely can ball.
Yeah. If he can get somebody else,
he needs some help.
Yep.
What they thinking about trading Zion now, man? You heard about that?
Man, I like Zion, but
he can't stay healthy.
Yeah, he can't stay, and guys don't.
I don't need you on my team if you can't. If you can't be on the floor,
you ain't gonna be on the floor. It ain't no
need.
No need you coming. No need.
Yeah.
And I hate it for him, but guys like that ain't gonna stay in the league long.
Agreed.
And just like John Morant, like I like him. He talented, very talented. But if he don't stop doing all that crazy stuff,
agreed,
he ain't gonna be in the league long. He gonna have something happen to him that's gonna end his career.
Yep. That's why Wade, I don't know if you remember when Wade first came in the league, he was doing all that falling on the floor. Every time he go to the basket, he fall on the floor. I don't know if it was Pat Riley or whatever management, but they made him start wearing pads underneath his clothes.
Oh, really?
Because every time you fall, you taking you know what I mean. You're risking your body. You're risking injury, and you know what I mean. An ailment to your body every time you hit that floor. So Yeah, Pat Riley at Miami Heat management team started making them wear the pads on their clothes.
Yeah, and they got a. Oh man, did you see? Did you see the brawl? Oh, well, almost a brawl for, between the Rockets and the Nuggets.
No,
Man, they almost. What's the light skinned guy with the dreads?
for the
From
Rockets or the Warriors?
from the Nuggets.
I mean, not the Warriors.
I think his name is it Gilbert or Go? Is it Gilbert?
Gobert?
Is that his
No,
name?
Gobert. No, Gobert ain't got no damn dreads. Hold on,
No, Gobert is with the Wolves, right?
Yep.
You know, I'm talking about he with the Nuggets. Light skinned dude with the dreads. So you ain't see the game winning the game winning dunk. Man, it was neck and neck, tied. Doncic got the. I said Don. I get them two mixed up.
Oh, you talking about Michael Porter Jr.?
No. It's another light skinned dude with dreads from the Nuggets. I think his last name start with a G.
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. Gordon.
Aaron
Gordon.
Yep.
Yeah, man. He was charging towards Harden. And then they.
I wish he would have stayed in Orlando, man.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah. He ended up winning the game. What's the guy? I get him and Luka mixed up so bad. What's his name?
DeAndre Jordan?
No. The other one.
Not Watson. Oh, you talking about not Luka Doncic?
Not Luka. Yeah, I get him.
You talking about
what's his name? Jokic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jokic threw the ball up last second, right before the buzzer went off. Well, no, he threw it up, and Gordon jumped over. It was a whole bunch of Clippers fans dying. I mean, not fans. Clippers players dying around the goal. This man jumped over everybody and dunked it as the ball came out his hand right before the buzzer went off, and they counted it. That's how they won.
No. Damn it, man.
Yeah, but yeah, man, they almost got into a brawl, man. And the crazy thing is this what I'm talking about? About there was no text, no nothing. Everybody just played on. In a regular season game, some people probably can throw it out. It's text going all around.
Definitely.
But they just been like, hey, y'all just play.
Yeah, they make their rules as they go, man. That's one thing about the NBA.
Yeah.
Not bashing them, but they make their rules as they go.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think Gordon tried to throw a punch too.
Yep.
So it's all crazy, man. But yeah, we go ahead.
He should have been fine.
Yeah. But we finna witness greatness, man. Once again, we finna witness greatness. The man coming back. Back.
He coming back next year.
Hey, the man coming.
He coming back from that fishing trip he's finna go on.
Let me tell you something. Ant-Man ain't gonna never see a LeBron the way he finna see a LeBron Wednesday night.
We gonna see, because LeBron gonna have to come out reincarnated.
He gonna have to. He ain't got no choice.
Because you're going home.
He ain't got no choice. Now he got to, shrug his shoulders and put the team on his back because Luke and them ain't doing it.
You know what I see?
What?
Night time.
That's crazy.
That's what I see. Night time.
That's crazy. Man,
man. Lakers ain't making it out of the first round, bro. I've been trying to tell you that since day one. I don't think the Lakers making it out of the first round.
And listen, honestly, if they don't, I can see why. You got a young team, better.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing against you, but it's a young man's game now. That's it.
It is.
It's a young man's game.
That's the truth.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Still go down as the GOAT.
Who won as the GOAT?
LeBron. Still going down as the GOAT.
I thought that's what you said.
Yeah.
That's bullcrap. He'll never be the GOAT. Not as long as Michael Jordan and got his stats up there. LeBron, you can win.
You talking about this? You talking about the stats he done already passed?
Yeah, no. LeBron got to win 3 more rings in order to be considered as the GOAT over Jordan.
No.
3 more.
He won 4. That's enough.
No, you need 3 more to be considered the GOAT. Jordan got 6. If you want to surpass that, you need 7, my boy. If you don't surpass that, you ain't the GOAT, in my opinion. That's just me.
Come on now, you got to give him more than the rings thing, man. You got to give him more than that, man. You got to.
What you play? What you go to spring camp for? The work on winning a ring. You go to spring camp with the vision in your mind of winning the ring. Anything less than winning the ring don't make sense.
It don't make sense. So
and it's not worth your season if you don't win the ring was a complete fake, in my opinion.
So nothing that LeBron accomplished throughout his career that don't matter.
No. It matters. In his personal stats.
Yeah.
For his personal stats. But as far as in GOAT talk,
listen. Winning rings is a team accolade. That ain't got nothing to do with just Jordan.
Hey, it don't.
Because he couldn't do it until he couldn't do it until he got two other players that helped him do it.
So you mean to tell me LeBron went 10 times and only won 4 times? So that mean you telling me 6 times he won a team player?
No, he was a team player, but his team just overall wasn't good enough at the time.
So it was his team, it wasn't him.
What you want him to do? How much?
The team and
it's a team game, right? How much you want him to score? How much you want him to score to win?
We can take you back to that conversation we had a couple of weeks ago about the Miami Heat series, where you know what I mean. He put up that last second damn 3-pointer and shouldn't be. And you had Ray Allen, the greatest 3-point shooter at the time in the game, right there beside you. You thought it was okay for you. So I said that to say, that wasn't the team that did that. That was LeBron James that did that. So that wasn't the team that did that. So you can't blame the team.
Right. For that. But the team got the rebound and kicked it back out to Ray Allen.
To the person
and he hit the shot.
To the person that should have took the original shot.
Right. He should have. You got me. He should have took the original shot. Like I said before, that was the ego thing. Okay. That was the ego. He wanted to be the one that. Huh?
So 6 times he had an ego problem.
No. So
you still blaming the team? Okay,
he didn't have his 2 best players at Cleveland. At Cleveland, going against the best team in the league, the Golden State Warriors. He did not have his 2 other best players with him. What you expect to happen? He gonna get swept. He can't do it. He can't do it by himself.
Couldn't nobody in the league mess with Golden State that year.
Exactly.
I don't give a damn if he would have had 5 good players.
Exactly.
You wouldn't nobody gonna mess with Golden State that year, bro. That was just.
So can you say, right? Can you say that going to the finals 10 times in an era where more talent is displayed in this league, that's not an accomplishment? Even though he lost, like. He's going up against better teams.
I beg to differ there, because I don't think the teams are better in this day, and I definitely don't think the talent is there.
What?
I don't think the teams are better because they play no defense. So that's right there shows me that the teams are not better because these teams playing no defense now, right? And as far as him being, what was the other thing you said? The teams being better and
him going
10 times.
10 times.
Him going making it is an accomplishment. I give him that, but it doesn't. You don't get graded on how many times you make the championship game. You get graded on how many times you win the championship game. So the goal is to win. It's never to make it. So to me, that's not an accomplishment just by making it.
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it.
I don't see that.
Honestly, of course, when you go, you want to win.
So if my goal is to win, is to do 10 push-ups, but I get the number 9 on 10 attempts every time, can I celebrate making 9 push-ups?
You can celebrate you made it that far,
but it wouldn't be the same thing as me doing the 10.
No, I mean, in that aspect, no. You know, if you're trying to get to 10, but is it really fair just because you didn't get 10? You got 9.
Yeah, but you didn't get your goal. Your goal was set out as 10, not 9. To me, you don't make your goal. Your goal is 10, not 9.
So it's that kind of glass half full type of thing.
Kind of. Yep. So Jordan. So I mean, Jordan went 6 times and won all 6. So Jordan don't know what it feel like.
So you don't count the times he didn't go.
No.
Why not?
No, he don't know what it's like because he didn't go. Because he don't know. I'm gonna tell you this: he don't know what it's like to make it to the NBA championship and get beat. He don't know that.
He know what it's like to get beat before you get there, and that's still a loss.
Oh, but he only ever been beat once before he got there.
Twice. He got swept twice.
No, I beg to differ.
Yeah,
you may be right.
He got swept twice.
You can show me who you got swept by twice. I know one he got beat by what was it, Orlando? That's the only time I remember him.
Hold on. Let me see. I think both was the Celtics, right?
No.
They won the Celtics.
No.
One of them was the Celtics, right? He got swept.
One was the Celtics and one was Orlando, I want to say.
Hold on.
I want to say Orlando beat him. He didn't sweep him. Orlando beat him like 3-1.
No,
in the first round.
Yep, both by the Celtics.
Okay.
Yep,
okay.
both by the Celtics.
Was it 3-1?
What?
When he got beat? Because he didn't get swept.
No, he got swept twice.
What year?
86 and 87.
All right, I digress.
Yeah,
I digress.
86 and 87.
His first 2 years in the league. Okay, that's expected. That's expected. That's expected. Okay, I give you that. That's expected. The first 2 years in the league, but he didn't make the finals and got beat. He never made the finals and got beat.
That's true. That's true, and that's one thing that we have to consider is we have to start saying that the Bulls as a team never got swept. We single out one player,
Jordan, has never been swept.
But Jordan was not winning.
Bulls, but he never got swept.
Jordan was not winning until he got help, and even then, a lot of people like to say Jordan never asked for help. He didn't have to.
That's true.
In order for your team to win, for your team to win, you have to have players.
It's a team game. But I'm gonna tell you, if it wasn't Jordan, it would have been Scottie Pippen. Pippen was just as good as Jordan.
Now, can you really say that?
Yes,
because when Jordan, right, Pippen was just as good as Jordan, and that's my thing. Even when Jordan left, the Bulls still had a winning season.
That's true.
You know, when LeBron leave teams, they don't do the same.
I don't know about that. Miami ain't crashed when LeBron left us. You crazy? What was that? 13, 14? When did he leave? 16?
He left. Yeah, I believe
16 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
What y'all?
When they crashed? Well, yes, we did because we lost Bosh the same year too. Bosh left out with the leg clots. That's right. I mean, but we done made it to the playoffs more than anybody. Well, if that's the case, I should be hip hop hooray because Miami made the playoffs. You know what I mean? 3 times in the last 6 years. You know what I mean? We made the finals 3 times, so I should be happy, huh?
You should. No,
that shit don't mean nothing if you didn't win the championship. It don't mean shit.
So, but listen though, like we have to start like giving LeBron some credit for, like I say, like it's hard to sit here and say like that there's not more talent in this league now than it is. Like you said that the defense is not better, but you got teams like Cleveland sweeping players. That ain't just come from just straight offense.
No, that's true. But what I'm saying as an all-around team, as an all-around game, the defense is not better than it was back when Jordan was playing. Those teams prided themselves on defense, right? They prided themselves on stopping you from scoring. Right now, it's a 3-point contest everywhere. Every game you turn on in the league, it's a 3-point contest. Nobody's playing D. You know what I mean? You got some players that play D, in which I understand why they don't play D now because how finicky the league is with these calls.
Right.
But at the same time, you can't be giving up wide 3 points and then want to be compared to the GOAT. You know what I mean? You can't do that. That's like I was telling Jordan about Curry. My whole thought about Curry is, yes, Curry is talented, super talented. But if you take away the unconventional 3-pointers that he make, you take them points from the game. I'm talking about the threes where he's crossing over the half court line and putting up. I'm talking about threes where he's 3 or 4 feet away from the 3-point line. Them the type of threes I'm talking about that's unconventional, right?
Right.
You take that away from his game, right? Take all the points that he ever made away from him for that, right? Curry is going to be he will still not be he'll be top 5 still, but he wouldn't be the number one. What is it? What is that record he just got? The most points or the most 3-pointers made or something? He wouldn't have that. He would not have that. You take away the unconventional shots, right?
Right.
And what my argument with Jordan was, you're getting these points when nobody is playing defense on you. Nobody expecting you to come across half court and put up a shot. So you're making these shots and nobody's really playing defense on you, right? Anybody can do that.
I mean, you got a point with the half court shot because nobody expected you to just stop half. But that game I just watched, I mean, Curry had some defense on him.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying, without screens, Curry is going to be your average shooter without screen.
Right, true.
If you don't run him off a shooter, he got to have a screen.
He got to have that separation. You know, and I get every now and then he do pull up in your face like and still will make a shot, but I get what you're saying. But I mean, it's hard to just like we all know if the league was easier, right? If it was really easier now, LeBron would have definitely had 8 rings by now.
Well, the only reason he don't have the 8 rings is because you got players that come in like Kawhi that's gonna shut it. They're gonna shut that shit down.
You said that last time. I know Kawhi ain't shut nobody down. They was double teaming that man. He ain't shut that man down.
The glove. He put that glove on his ass. Come here. No, I'm sorry, not the glove. He's the paw. Come here. He put that paw on his ass.
Now you might shut one area aspect of LeBron down, but you ain't shutting him down all the way around.
If I could shut you down from coming in that paint, I got LeBron James beat. I'll take a 3-point shot from LeBron all day over him driving to the goal. Because I know that's your weakness over your ability.
I don't think it's no weakness no more, man. You seen game 3?
Shooting him up, yeah, I seen it. He's shooting better, but that's always been LeBron, bro. LeBron has always been off and on shooter, man, from the 3-point line. Some days he's on, some days he can't buy. He can't buy a bucket. You know what I mean? So that's always been him.
Yeah, but just to get back to who ready to go, I think now you could if you want to use like how you say if you want to use the rings, I can understand that. But as an individual player, Jordan to LeBron, you got to admit LeBron better. So individually.
No, I can't say that. I can't say that, Caleb. He's not better. But let me give you one that I could compare LeBron to. He got 6 rings himself. Robert Horry.
You compare LeBron to Robert Horry?
On the same level.
I mean, honestly, LeBron, like I say, LeBron could probably get compared to a bunch of people.
But as far as him being in my 1, 2, 3, he's nowhere there. My 1, 2, 3, I told you before, Bill Russell, Kobe Bryant. nah, Bill Russell, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. And even I throw in Magic Johnson in there before I throw it. Magic and LeBron would be a tie for 4th.
And you know what I see? All those 5 people that those 4, was that 4 you just named?
Yeah.
LeBron is all them.
No.
LeBron is all them.
LeBron
all
think
them.
He's all them.
No, he's all them. He can do everything.
He really want to be Jordan. He really can't be.
He can't be Jordan because he passed him long time ago.
No.
Long time ago. LeBron probably passed Jordan in high school.
Has he passed this? Has he passed this? All right. Get 6 of them and then we can talk.
Hey, man, you leave LeBron alone, man. It's hard out here for him, man. It's hard out. You seem so good out here, man. You seem so good.
Oh, that's what it is? Oh, that's what it is. Oh, that's what
73 and 9. You remember that number? 73 and 9? Who's that?
You remember hold on. Hold on, who was that? Was that that was Michael Jordan? What are you
Michael
talking
Jordan. Michael
about?
Jordan was 73 and 10, wasn't it?
He may have been 73. Oh, you talking about Golden State?
Yeah. Come on now. That got
Golden
a
State was Golden State.
best team in the league.
Wasn't no defense being played, bro. Wasn't no defense being played.
You know, like one thing I know is LeBron gonna play defense.
Yeah, LeBron
gonna play
play
defense.
defense. You'll take what's the white boy name? You'll take his defense.
Who?
You like his defense? The
Luka?
the point guard. No,
Reeves.
Reeves. You like Austin Reeves' defense?
Not all the time. Sometimes he wishy-washy.
He wishy-washy. Really can't talk about no fucking defense because Luka played no fucking defense. Luka played none. So you can't even bring up defense with Luka name. None at all.
But you and by mentioning that, you see what I'm talking about. You see what
the man Luka don't play. Luka don't play defense.
The man ain't going offense. The man can't do it by himself. If he played defense, ain't nobody else doing it. He can't guard all of them.
Nah, well, he got to play offense and defense. We bring you here. We made you a $200,000 man to do what you do, to do what LeBron does, and that's supposed to win. That's what we paying the money. We ain't worried about what these other folks doing because in about 3 more months they'll be going on down the road. We gonna be getting rid of them and bringing in some new help. So we ain't worried about them. I'm worried about what I'm paying this $600 million man right here to do. That's what I'm concerned about. And if you can't give me that, if you can't give me what I pay you to give me, then go ahead and find you another team to get to.
I honestly don't know why they're struggling.
Just like with Jimmy Butler, man. I thought the same thing with Jimmy Butler when he was in Miami. Like, Jimmy, you good throughout the season here and there.
Right.
You'll give me 30 points. You'll give me 40 points here and there. Right. But you're not consistently going to give me 30 and 40. You'll have a game where you give me 30, then you'll follow that up with 25, follow that one up with 16. Then you'll have a fucking game where you give me 4. Then you'll have a game where you give me 9 goddamn points. Right. Like, really? Nigga, I'm paying you all this money so you give me 4 fucking points? Right. Like, no, get that shit on up out of here, man. That's why I was happy when Pat Riley got his ass on up out of there. You're not bigger than our team, and you're not bigger than the culture that Pat Riley established in Miami. So anybody that believes that they're bigger than our culture, get the hell on up out of there.
Right. Yeah, man. It's the league is I don't know what to say about it, man. Like from Jordan era, like I said, you can pick Jordan out because you pretty much had one star, right?
Right. Well, no. That's what I was trying to tell you. With Jordan, just depending on what team you had, because he had multiple stars.
No,
just depending on what year it was, because Chicago had multiple stars.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, in a general aspect of the game, you normally have one star, and the rest was just considered to be supporting.
True.
And even with Shaq, you know what I'm saying? When Shaq was the main guy until he got paired with Kobe, and then it became Shaq and Kobe. But
no, take that back now, because he was in him and Tracy McGrady. You forgot about them.
I forgot about you're right. I forgot about Grady. I forgot about Tracy.
T-Mac and Shaq was first showing out.
They was. You're right. I take it back.
That's the year where they beat Chicago. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I take it back. You're right. They was the first duo. You're right.
They was the first duo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but now,
but then you forgot about Vince Carter too. Now,
who Vince Carter had?
Vince Carter. You forgot when he came to Miami. I mean, not to Miami, but Orlando. You know, he played for Orlando too.
But that's the point I'm trying to make is like, you know, now you're just seeing all these guys on one team now, and I think that's what I mean by it's harder now. It's harder. The Golden State Warriors against LeBron, and you know LeBron ain't really like
the competition that they had.
Had the players that Golden State had. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I guess he tried to build his career off of, you know, not trying to get a certain type of guy because, you know, people always say, "Oh, LeBron had to go," and you know, you could have he had Kyrie, Wade.
Hold up, and I think we covered this too. LeBron needed Wade. Wade ain't need LeBron. Wade had already had a championship before LeBron burned his ass down.
Right. That's true.
So Wade ain't need LeBron. LeBron
that's
needed
true.
Wade to get a championship.
But Wade needed Shaq. Without Shaq, he ain't getting nothing.
Oh yeah, but we had nothing.
Yeah,
we had nothing out of
it.
We had Shaq, Antoine Walker, Wade. Goddamn.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the thing is LeBron was bought. I mean, it don't. To me, honestly, it don't really matter who needed who. I'm just saying LeBron was bought there to help win championships. You get what I'm saying? Along with Chris Bosh.
Yep.
Along with Wade. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I'm not really saying, Wade needed him or he needed Wade. I feel like collectively it was all they needed each other. You know what I mean?
Right. But I feel like if anybody needed anybody, Bosh and LeBron needed Wade in order to win that championship. You know what I mean? That's just my own honest thoughts because Bosh nor LeBron hadn't won a championship at that point. Wade was the only one that hadn't won the championship. So Wade, and I always respect Wade for what he did for Miami because when they brung LeBron and brung Bosh there, you know what I mean? Wade took pay cuts for them boys to come. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna find too many players that's gonna be that selfish and give up millions on. Why you think Udonis Haslam stayed so long? Because when Wade and Bosh and LeBron was there, that man took pay cuts after pay cuts in order to stay on the team, in order to make these boys here get in order for these boys here to get their money. So in return, Miami said, okay, we'll let you play another 8 years, and you sit here on his bench and you make your money that we couldn't pay you when we had LeBron, Bosh, and Wade.
Right.
So I respect Miami for doing that for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
He was selfish.
I agree. Now to go,
Haslam could easily demanded the same type of money.
Right. Now to go against your point about Wade, that Bron needed Wade. Now I would agree with you, and that's that's your opinion, but I could agree with you.
Right.
If Wade had won a championship by himself without Shaq. If he could have proved he could win a championship, because Kobe had to do the same thing. Kobe had to prove he can win a championship without Shaq.
When did he win one without Shaq? Before Shaq got there?
No, he won one after Shaq left.
Okay, after he left.
Yeah.
Okay, so he didn't win then.
No, I think they won 2 after Shaq, because with Shaq they only won 3.
Yeah, it was 2.
Yeah. So I can agree with you if Wade had won one without Shaq. And I can say,
well, I mean that was only Wade's second year in the league. So
he won one
his second year in the league. So.
Yeah, that's my point. And because it was his second, that's why I say if he had won one, because Miami Heat has pretty much always been a playoff team since Wade been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And it was because of Wade.
They
won before Wade got there. You know what I mean?
No,
they won the.
That's what I'm talking about. So when he got there, right. So
I take that back. His first year they were a playoff team. That's when they got Shaq for his second year. So his first year he didn't have Shaq. He did it without Shaq.
Yeah, as
his
far as
second year is when they got Shaq and they won the championship that year.
Right. Yeah.
Hey Caleb, we going over a little bit.
We're going. Yeah, we gonna end it right there. My computer about to die anyway.
Go.
Yeah. So hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I know we did. We had fun doing it. We always have fun doing it. Once again, we thank y'all for listening. And that's it. You got anything you need to say?
That's it, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next week, like always, go Noles.
Go Noles. Can't wait till that season start. That's all we're gonna be talking about.
That's it. 7-0.
Right.
You gonna get tired of us.
Right. All right, man. Until next time.
All right.